So, see why we need a coaching institute for the UPSC examinations. Although in today's, if we will see today's everything available on internet everywhere, but why we need a coaching? So, coaching is a one thing that provide us guidance, expert guidance. Hello everyone, my name is Sindhu, and today we will see the benefits of joining UPSC coaching after 12th. Okay, so if we will talk about the UPSC examinations, you know that in our country, UPSC examinations is very prestigious one, and I think every student in his or her life once think about the UPSC, no matter from which institute and where they are, but they think about uh, in the corner of the border villages from the peoples in a villages, or it's in IIT, top IITs or anywhere. So people think about the UPSC because see it's like a we have a craze about the examinations because of the various benefits and the various respect things attached to the examinations. So that's why now we will take a look about that how to go about your after your 12th, for the UPSC examinations. So, see, if we will see that overall UPSC examinations, it's a dream of every student, I think, after their college or their 12th, and everyone, somewhere, someone's parents wants to become an IS officer, somewhere student dream to become an IS officer, some other aspiration too, but every people want to become, once in his lifetime, that I should write UPSC exams and everything. So, if we will talk about after 12th, how to go about for the examinations after 12th, then there are various way to prepare for these examinations. But one way that is very, I think, popular way is to join the coaching institute. So, see why we need a coaching institute for the UPSC examinations. Although in today's, if we will see today's everything available on internet everywhere, but why we need a coaching? So, coaching is a one thing that provide us guidance, expert guidance. They have various expert faculty as well as various retired IAS officers and members of UPSC chairman, and here and there tie up with them so that they will guide you. That's why guidance is very important in this examination, because see if you will see the nature of examination is very lengthy, and it's conducted in three parts: preliminary, mains and interview. So duration is also very long. It almost took 1 year for to complete one examinations. So that's why we need a constant guidance, and syllabus is also very vast. If you will go through the syllabus of UPSC prelims as well as mains, then you will know the diversity. UPSC syllabus is as diverse as our country. When we will in our country, when you will travel north to south and east to west, you will see the diversity. That's how the, I think, syllabus is also made by the UPSC. It's very diverse and everything is included in it. No matter it's ethics, technology, your philosophy, everything is there. Day to day, every day applications based questions, everything is there. So that's why you need to prepare for UPSC in a very guided manner. So every student has a doubt that should I start early or should I start late, after graduation or before graduation. So this video particularly we talking about before graduations, how you will tackle the examinations along with your graduation. Because see, the number of student appear in UPSC and the vast syllabus, you cannot, it's not a one day game. that in one day interview result and someone going to top. It's take a years and years of mental preparations, and that almost 99% student failed in UPSC. So why they failed? If we will think that why they failed, because some people's plan it very late, and don't have that kind of mental awareness and the mental preparations, and the mental dedications that UPSC exams needs. That's why a lot of people failed here. Success rate is also very low. So it is necessary to prepare in a guided manner. So when you join the coaching, that's why it's recommended to, along after your 12th, just join a coaching so that you will have the guidance. But it's not necessary to join coaching. If you have a mentor available there and your relatives are in services, or anyone who can mentor you, guide you, then no necessary to join the coaching. But you need an expert for this examination. This is necessary. It's because why we join coaching, because we need expert. Because see, in every villages there is, in lots and lots of villages there is no IS officer from the villages. So how that people will prepare for the examinations? That's why you need someone who can guide you, someone who has analyzed the examinations and better understanding about the examinations, and how to study for the examination. See, it's not about that only you can study and you will get through it. It's a very examinations that need to study in very structured way. Your strategy should as good as your study. Then only you will able to qualify. Because see, if you will see the prelims MCQ type, and you will have two paper in one day, and means nine papers and continuous in a week, and then you will have the interview. So without any mental and strategically way preparation, you won't be able to qualify the exams. And so this is the importance of guidance and the expert opinion in your preparations. So everybody don't have that kind of guidance and family members in their family. That's why they need to join the expert. So you coachings play here a important role. And also coaching give you the greatest study plan. So if you will see that a lot of people study, our studying plan is not a good. Lot of student not good at making plan for a study. We left something, we don't analyze as much as, and we don't interlink the syllabus as much as we should. Then only we can. So that's why for self study it becomes a difficulty. And when you join anywhere, they will give you a study plan that will help you to excel in the examinations. Next, if we will see that peer learning. So what is the role of here in peer learning? That the UPSC exams need a lot of discussion. Whenever you will read the mains questions, then also you will realize that a lot of questions come on analytical questions. So that time you need an analysis of the topic. So where your analytical skills will get developed in the environment where a lot of peoples, like-minded peoples, along with you are studying and discussing the same thing, questioning the pros and cons of the situations and the given topics. That will help you to form your own opinion about the things, and how this is beneficial, or how that will not beneficial for the society. So that's why peer learning is very important. Discussion is very important in these examinations. That's why peer learning, so where you will get the peer learning, somewhere where a lot of people from different backgrounds and the different reasons came together and study, then you will have the diversity in your class as well as, and you will have the diversity of thoughts. See, every individual think uniquely. If you write uniquely, same both people, any two people can't write in the same way. That's why it's necessary for peer learning in the examinations. Next, if we will see that access to resources, study material. So let let's discuss, if everything is available online, that why we need a coaching to access the resources. See, this is the importance today. Every study material is in abundance, okay, but we don't have that much capacity to segregate the material, that what should read, what should not read. See, syllabus is very vast. That's why it's mm, both the thing are very important, that what should read and what should not read. So that's why you need a study material that is very concise and very to the point for the examination, so that in this lengthy process you will able to cope up with the revision and everything. But if you will have the if you will make your room library, then you will not able to revise at the time of examinations, and even you will not able to get that confidence in you, because you read everything, but you don't know when exams come what to write and how to analyze and anything. That's why it's necessary for the resources should be concise and very comprehensive manner. So another thing is personalized feedback. See that diversity in UPSC examination is very important, and you know that. But here what you need is, so here in from the every backgrounds people came, science, arts, commerce, and various other peoples came to write the examinations. So every person has a different weaknesses and strength in them, okay. That's why it's necessary to personalize feedback. See, someone is very good at writing, someone is very good at listening, someone is very good at reading PDFs and book and skimming the thing. Someone is very good in different thing. So that's why it's necessary to get a personalized feedback, that what's your weaknesses and how you will get the cure of that weaknesses. That's why personalized feedback play an important role in UPSC CSE examinations. That only you will get through expert and someone who is training the student on regular basis and very updated with the examination pattern and questions and very analytical thing. Everything that needs for the UPSC they are doing on daily basis. That's why personalized feedback is important, and that you will get from the someone who is very expert in the examinations in the field and currently doing the research in the next is mental and emotional support. See, it's if you will see that what is the importance of mental and emotional support, then I will see that I think this is I think in a previous I have talked about it, that mental and emotional support is as important as your study, you know. Because see, it's a process that's very lengthy. When people study, people leave their friends, avoid the family gathering and any social gathering, so that makes you isolated, you know. A lot of thing you are missing out, and so that's why mental support is very needed. Someone who is you need someone who is believing in you, and they can support you, that yeah, you will do it. And see, we have a lots and lots of attempt in UPSC, like 6 for general. So some people write all the 6 attempt, and some people do not qualify for the first 4 5 attempt. And so that people need a very mental and emotional support, because this process is lengthy, and people believe in him or herself, and continue to prepare for the examination, and seeing no result, coming out from their hard work and effort and the isolations they are going through. So very less people will understand your situations. If I will talk about that, we have a social structure that lots of people don't understand that what you are going through. You are as a student, see, most people start the preparation after graduations, and you have a financial burden to bear that, and you cannot take such a long time, and uh, society don't understand that thing very in a nice manner, and nobody will come and so and some sympathy to you, because nobody is have anything to do with your dream, what you are doing and what you are thinking, what is your um nobody understand. If I will say in a one line, that nobody in the normal peoples, nobody understand that what you are doing. They are simply saying that, okay, you are not qualifying, do something else, do this, do that, it should be helpful. But in that point, people need emotional and mental support, because the exam process is lengthy. Lots of people invest their lots of year in the examinations. That's why plan study and everything is as important, and emotional support and mental support is, we don't care about mental health as much as, see, if you will get physically hurt, you will reach to the hospital in a rush. But if you are mentally suffering, you are crying in a room and anything, but you will not get out and ask for help. Okay, so this is the problem. So that's why mental support and the emotional support is as important as your preparation, as your study, and as your physical health. So success story, inspiring success stories, motivation for, see what I have observed from that. A lot of people get success. The people who get success in the UPSC examination, uh, that normally inspire people, because lot of people don't get in the services in their first and second attempt. Lot of people putting their at least 3 to 4 years in the examinations, then only they get the success. That's why when they came on the platform and tell about their journey and their problems and how they overcome that, that is very inspiring for the aspirants who are more or less in the same situations. So that's why when you are uh, in a scenario where a lot of people is there, and you are meeting with success people who get success in the UPSC, that's very inspiring, and that's help you and motivate you that if he can do it, you can also do it. So in the conclusion, if I will say that, what is the importance of after 12th? So in conclusion, you will see the structure guidance, expert mentorship, access to the resources offered by the coaching institutions can empower a student to realize their potentials and pursue a rewarding career in the public services. So that's all, because you understand that why it's necessary for you to join after 12th. So it's necessary because you will get everything, your emotional mental support and your personalized feedback, what is needed in for the examinations, and all the material that is concise material in a concise manners, and all everything, and expert guidance, and the various you will meet the various people from the different background, that also will enhance your personality. That's why when you are preparing for examinations, and if you have in your mind that you will somewhere and some days prepare for the examinations, then after 12th it's a good time to start. At least you will mentally prepare that after graduation you will have the career options, yeah, or you are considering to become an IS officer. So that mental preparation is necessary in the examinations. As you know, that process is very lengthy, and very few people will understand you. That's why, so it's a good time to start after 12th. Thank you.